All right, well, hello everyone and happy Tuesday. It's digital host AJ Wiest welcoming you back to Before the Four, the digital platform where I go through some of 48's top news stories and then some before our 4 o'clock newscast. Today is a shorter show. We had our fast cast back here in the streaming center, so had to get ready for this show as well. But welcome in everyone, wherever you're watching Before the Four this afternoon, whether it's on Facebook, YouTube, or the 48 Now live stream. As always, thank you so much for watching and spending just a bit of your afternoon here. Now let's begin in Hartselle, and let me pull up this real quick. Let's see. Well, anyway, let's begin in Hartselle, where the grandmother of the teenager who was killed in a tragic car accident in Hartselle has released his name and funeral arrangements. Now, on September 6th, 6 people were taken to the hospital after a chase involving the Priceville Police Department ended with a violent crash. Hollis and 3 other people he was in the car with were not involved in the chase. Officials say the suspect, Archie Hale, crashed into a ditch after colliding with another vehicle. That vehicle was launched through an intersection. Hollis's grandmother, Beth Campbell Vinson, says his visitation is set for Wednesday, September 10th from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. at the Peck Funeral Home in Hartselle. His graveside service will be on Thursday, September 11th at 11 a.m. at Hartselle City Cemetery. Now, the suspect, who was badly injured in the wreck, is now in the hospital. Officials say at this time he is facing charges, but they are expected. Or he is not facing charges, rather, but they are expected. Now, the officer involved in the crash has now been identified. The Priceville police officer has been identified as the son of Dog the Bounty Hunter. His name is Gary Chapman, and of course, we'll have the latest with this situation coming up in our evening newscast. And of course, 48's Callie Neese will be following up on this situation coming up tonight, so make sure to stick around for the latest. But now, we do not have a weather hit from Brad, but make sure to stay tuned tonight for, of course, 48 Weather Extra. That's tonight at 9:30. It'll be back here wherever you're watching Before the Four this afternoon. Brad Travis will have all the latest that he is seeing on the radar. But we are going to take a short break, but coming up, we're going to go through our 48 game of the week this week in high school football, now in week 3. Hard to believe we're already there. We'll go through it all in 1 minute. All right, well, hello everyone and welcome back to Before the Four. Now, Fort Payne police are investigating a bank robbery at PNC Bank in the downtown area of Fort Payne. Police say there doesn't appear to be an immediate threat to the public. Fort Payne police, along with federal officers, are currently investigating the incident. Now, police say the suspect was wearing blue jeans, a long-sleeve button-down shirt, and a black ball cap. The suspect also had a handgun. According to police, the suspect also provided a note to the teller saying it was a robbery. The suspect got away with $3,000 in cash. Now, anyone with information is asked to call 256-845-1414 or 911. And now in Florence, where a 17-year-old indicted for the murder of a 13-year-old in Florence has been denied youthful offender status. In July of 2025, Cameron Finizzi was indicted for the shooting death of 13-year-old Ryan Calvert. Let's see if I can play this video. It looks like the video is frozen right now, but Cameron Finizzi is charged in the death of Ryan Calvert after he was shot and killed by a man he attempted to rob earlier this year. Prosecutors charge Finizzi with Calvert's death since they believe he put Calvert up to the robbery. The victim in the robbery was not charged because he was acting in self-defense. Finizzi's next court appearance has not been determined at this time. But now, as I promised, we are going into week 3 of high school football. It kicks off Thursday night across the Tennessee Valley. On Thursday, the Columbia Eagles will fly out to Morgan County to battle it out with the Hartselle Tigers, and the North Jackson Chiefs. They take on the Falcons of St. John Paul II. Now, of course, as you see on screen here, this week's game of the week is the West Morgan Rebels versus the Priceville Bulldogs, a non-regional showdown under the Friday night lights. Should be an exciting one, and you can also check out all the matchups on Thursday and Friday night right now on our website. Just go to WAFF.com. You'll go to sports and sports scores. But y'all, that is just about all the time I have for today's Before the Four, but I got to end it with the stories you're just not going to want to miss that you can expect to see coming up in our evening newscasts. An Alabama state trooper arrested for prostitution. Get those details coming up. Day 2 of testimony underway for a former Oakwood University basketball coach charged with murder. 48's Will Eldridge is in court again today, and we'll have the latest coming up. And finally, more details on the 11 men arrested in Limestone County in connection to child human trafficking. And these are just a few of the stories you're just not going to want to miss coming up in our evening newscasts. But anyway, I hope you all have a great night tonight. Enjoy tonight's evening newscasts. And as always, thank you so much for watching. You all have a great night.